In the village, the deity, known as the Dark One, was said to bring destruction and chaos. Every few generations, the Dark One would be reborn, and the people would live in fear until it was defeated. The villagers gathered in the center of town, their faces filled with worry and trepidation. They whispered among themselves, wondering who among them had birthed the Dark One this time. A woman stepped forward from the crowd. She was tall and strong, her face marked with lines of age and wisdom. "I am Elder Miriam," she announced. "It is my granddaughter who has brought forth the Dark One." A murmur ran through the crowd as they looked at the young girl standing beside Elder Miriam. She couldn't have been more than 16 years old, her eyes wide with fear. "What are we going to do?" one villager cried out. "The Dark One will destroy us all." Elder Miriam raised her hand for silence. "We must not let fear guide our actions," she said firmly. "Our fathers have faced this before, so we will face it again." "But how can we defeat a deity?" another villager asked. Elder Miriam's gaze swept over the crowd. "We must find the Chosen One," she declared. "Only they have the power to banish the Dark One from our village." The villagers exchanged worried glances. The Chosen One was a myth, a story told to comfort children in times of darkness. "Who is this Chosen One?" someone asked. Elder Miriam shook her head. "I do not know," she admitted, "but they will come when we need them most." Days turned into weeks as the villagers searched for any sign of the Chosen One. Fear hung heavy in their hearts as rumors spread about strange occurrences throughout the village: crops withering overnight, animals disappearing without a trace. Then one morning the Chosen One arrived. He was a young man, no older than 18, with wild hair and bright blue eyes. He carried a staff carved with ancient symbols. The villagers gathered around him, their faces filled with hope. "Are you the Chosen One?" Elder Miriam asked. The young man nodded solemnly. "I am," he replied. "I have come to banish the Dark One." Elder Miriam's heart swelled with gratitude. "Thank you," she whispered. The Chosen One turned his attention to the young girl. "You hold the key to the Dark One's defeat," he said gently. "You must face your fear and embrace your power." The young girl looked up at him, her eyes wide. "But I am only a girl," she said softly. The Chosen One smiled reassuringly. "You are stronger than you know," he said. "Together, we will save your village." With that, they set off towards the edge of town where the Dark One had made its lair. As they approached the lair, a sense of unease settled over them.